welcome to this Way to Fire YouTube video. Today it's me, Andy, and I am looking at the new Overdrive game from Mantic Games. So, Mantic Games are a fantastic company based in Nottingham who are friends of the channel, and they have kindly sent us this Overdrive game to have a look through. So I haven't purchased this. This has been sent by Mantic, but I'm going to give it my fair opinion, hopefully. But do bear that in mind, of course, and make your own opinions up. So, Overdrive is a sports game, a science fiction sports game set in their Warpath universe and based on their similar sort of vein to their Dreadball sports game, which has been very popular. And this is sort of a slightly upscaled iteration of that, where you use giant robots or creatures to fight what's billed as sort of the interval game between the main sports games, sort of like the half-time entertainment, really, but it's become so popular that it has become its own game in its own right. And it looks very nice, very glossy. I love this new cartoon art they've gone for. Inside the game, you'll see it's got the usual stuff, dice, cards, and then 6 of these giants, which are the models that you will play the game with. So what is quite interesting about it is that you don't buy your own team, you draft them. So you turn up with these 6 or the additional ones that they'll provide, or sorry, that you can purchase, and then you put down as many as you've got, and then each of the players will then take turns taking one of them. So if you've only got the core set but your friend's got a couple of the additional giants that can come out, then you can play with a wider range and you aren't necessarily having the same team each time, which obviously then changes how they interact, because this shark guy might do something that works quite well with this sort of octopusy sort of guy, squid sort of guy, and then someone else breaks your preferred way of planning because they've taken the shark guy. So it's quite novel from that point of view. I think there's quite a lot to that. You're not going to get quite so min-maxy sort of turning up with a broken team at the first place. So I think that's a good idea. It says age 14 plus. I'd probably agree with that. 2 players and 60 minutes is the advice. Right, let's have a look inside the box. Slightly unusual box in that it opens at the top here, rather than perhaps what you'd think lifting off. And inside, you take that sleeve off really, and inside it's just a cardboard box. So I guess, let's say as a box to keep, that's not as attractive as you'd think. I think this is the retail version, so I'm a little bit surprised at that, but it's okay, the sleeve is good. But this bit inside obviously isn't. And here is the game, so we have a rule book. Put that to one side in a second. Card counters. It's nice and glossy, these. I'm not quite sure what all of these things are. Various markers, of course. Quite thin. What's that? 2mm card, probably. Not too bad, though. We've got the board. I'll look at a second. What else have we got? We've got, well, these are the different characters. We'll look at those in a moment. Oh, these are chunky. Jeez. Some massively oversized dice. I'm loving these. Oh, look at them! Oh, I'm really liking those oversized dice. What do you get? 6 of 2 different colours. Great. You get the bases, the hex bases. So the whole grid is on a hex pattern. So you mount your miniatures on these transparent bases. I don't know if these have got a sleeve, plastic sleeve on them. They might have. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's got a plastic cover, so they'll be transparent when they're through. So that's good. Because I think the board's quite glossy and nice. And then we've got the cards, the character cards. So we'll get rid of this ugly box. So let's have a look at the board first. Oh, nice. I am liking the look of that board. So, not too huge. 2 different team areas. These different colours. You can see that this hex pattern that they have for movement. This is the same as if you played a Dreadball game. And then these are different scoring zones. And I think, it depends, there are different ways of playing the game, but I think The scoring ones are not always the same, so they rotate. So you can see these are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you might score for number 3 and number 6 one turn, and then it might be 2 and 5 the next turn. So you're constantly having to move and react. You can see the score meter on the side here. It has like a swingometer of scoring for a maximum of 8. So if the blue team has scored 4 points, they'll be up there, but then if the yellow team scores 3 points, it comes back down to +1 for the blue team. So it's a swing-o thing, and it'll end up at the end of the set number of turns, whoever's got the most wins, or if anyone ever gets to 8, then they automatically win. There are knockout areas here for your players, so these are oversized because they're bigger models, and I think that's the rush sort of turn round. This is really nice. I quite like it. It's nice and glossy. Again, a couple of millimeters thick cards. Yeah, I like that map. Or a table, board, whatever you want to call it. Let's have a little look at the rule book. So this is the Overdrive rulebook. I love this shark guy. He's fantastic. Let's see how big it is. It's what, 67 pages, I think. So Rob Berman and Matt Gilbert, the rules writers. Rob did most of the work, and oh, very nice. So nice, glossy sort of game components, telling you the different characters' names, showing their cards and stuff. So Caradon, he's the one I keep mentioning. So you've got these 6 different characters: Sinich Dotch, whatever you say that, Caradon, the Spawn, Scarathron, Dozer, and Brank Reborn. The dice that we looked at before, these different, tells you what these different tokens are. There's the board as well. That's really glossy and nice. This art, this sort of manga style art, I think is phenomenal. I'm a big fan of this. Good move from Mantic to take this on, I think. This is one of the other characters, Tigrax, I think he's called, who is coming in a supplement. I think it's already available, in fact. Or this isn't actually out for retail yet, but will be in the next few weeks. The rules. Just taking you how to play the game. Pretty straightforward, I think. I have looked at these very briefly in a PDF that I was sent. I haven't played a game yet, though. You can see the abilities up here. Again, based off D6s. So you see this guy, Dozer, is very strong. Doesn't move that fast. This is another guy down here who's not yet been released. Telling you how to move, because obviously they've got this slightly unusual pattern of these 3 hexes for each of the models. So obviously there's a little bit of detail of how they move around the table. This guy is also available for pre-order now, I think. Some sort of giant orc guy. These are all coming out these in the future, these ones. So yeah, showing you the different rules. This guy's called Barricade. A Strider version. And he uses, if you know Dreadball, it'll be the same sort of mechanics, but it isn't Dreadball. It definitely isn't the same game. So you can do these extra things: dashing, evading, dodging, and smashing. Obviously, tells you how to play in leagues, how to sort of score more credits if you're playing linked games. Some upgrades there as well, so sponsorship deals and stuff like that to make your league a little bit more interesting. Bit of fluff, always like a bit of fluff. There's another new hint of a new character there as well, this sort of vermin they call it, like a rodent, giant rodent. And what else have we got now? Oh, some other crazy looking guy. And just the rules reference at the end, which should, oh, another sort of robo dino at the end there. Right, great, fantastic. Very nice little rule book. Next up, the cards. So these are the cards of the different characters. So we've mentioned these before: Caradon, Scarathron, all these different ones. So they've got their stats profile here, a few keywords, different abilities they have, and then on the back they have their overdrive ability. So this is, I think it might be once per game they're allowed to do this. So blood in the water for this guy. Scarathron, zap. He can make a ranged attack. Most can't. Overdrive ability, poison shot. Brank Reborn, overdrive ability. Oh, loads. Boom. Got loads of different abilities on him. Synodoche, I don't know how you say that. Again, loads. These are psychic, his abilities. The Spawn again, and Dozer, Shell Shock. I really like those. They're nice cards. Might get a little bit raggedy after a while, and not like normal sleeve sizes. That would be the only thing I would think. But yeah, I like them. I like them a lot. Very nice. So the final thing to look at. So the final thing to look at is the miniatures themselves. So if you've played Dreadball, you will have these miniatures possibly from previous versions, because they're not, the ones in the core set are not new. These are PVC models, or hard PVC models. So this is Dozer, and you can see I'm just dry fitting him, this giant turtle together. Looking good. Put his head on, yeah, her head on I should say, and that's Dozer. So pretty good, goes together very nicely actually. Quite a lot of detail on that, despite these being older models that have been sort of reused. Actually they're really quite detailed. I like that one. I've never actually built that one. Let's have a look at some of the others. I won't get them all out, but so we've got the spidery one, the sort of psychic Synodochi, whatever his name is, Karadan, the shark warrior, Brank Reborn, who's this big punchy guy. He's actually called an Iron Ancestor. And then the final one is the Spawn one, which is in the bag. I'll keep that one in the bag. There's lots of different bits of that one. I won't put that one together. So let's see what they look like on a base. So you can see they had the two bits at the front there, so that's how they mount on the base. So you can see there's plenty of room, good size on those bases. Fit on very nicely. And they do. Here's how they paint up. So I've painted one which I had before, knowing this game was coming. So this is my Brank Reborn. You see when he's mounted, it'll look quite good. Cool. And then I've got Barricade as well, who I've also painted up. So this is my Barricade. He's not in the core set, but he's in an expansion pack that will come out soon. And he'll be, despite his wheels being like that, he still fits on very fine onto there. So I've got a couple of them already ready. I need to do a few more before I'll be ready for a bat rep. So anyway, that was Overdrive, a new game by Mantic Games. I hope you like the look of that. I'm certainly very excited to play this game. I think it'd be a good one to pick up, like a random one so much, because you play your main game, finish that a bit early. Oh, let's crack out the Overdrive, because you've just got those models already ready in the box. You don't need to have too much prep for them, because you don't have to bring your own force or anything like that. So that is very good. I hope you like this review. Check out Overdrive from Mantic Games, and check out the Weight of Fire Hobby Hangout from Facebook. And please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Bye.